Have you ever wondered if you can create flow deliberately? Maybe you haven't even heard about the term flow. Maybe you have. But just be with me for a moment, because this is an introduction to the workshop Creating Flow, where I will outline the 4 phases of the flow cycle and how you can begin to be more aware and begin working with your own flow zone. So about 20 years ago, I stumbled upon the term flow. I had my life turned upside down. I felt that my life was going all the wrong directions, actually. My immune system was really worn out. I had a career I wasn't happy about. I had pre-stages to cancer. I was just really unhappy, and I felt that my life was going downhill at a very high speed. So what I needed and what I was longing for were actually just some kind of steadiness, stability, something smooth and flow-ish. And that is how I stumbled about the term flow. And I also quickly found out that in order to create flow deliberately, we need to be able to work with our own resistance. And by resistance, I mean all the things that we can resist in life. We can resist reality, we can resist other people, we can resist ourselves, we can resist the opportunities that are given to us, we can resist the opportunities that we create, and then at the end we don't go along with them anyway. So we can resist a lot of things, and that is actually the very first step in understanding how to create flow deliberately. And when doing so, when starting to working with resistance, I found out that fear actually came up again and again and again. So every time I was afraid that I wasn't smart enough or good enough, I would work very, very hard, too hard, so hard that I would deprive myself from my basic needs. So instead of getting enough sleep or rest or doing funny things, then just life got very serious. Or if I was afraid of what other people might think, I would resist just telling people about my problems or my insecurities. So a lot of resistance also circles around the fear part. So for the last 20 years, I've been studying fear, courage, and flow. And today, this is my workspace. This is what I do. I teach flow. I teach our way through fear, courage, and flow, how to deliberately create a more meaningful and peaceful life. And that doesn't mean that there are not challenges or obstacles in the way, or that life doesn't handle a lot of crisis sometimes. It does. The human life is not always easy. But there is a way that we can learn to create more easygoing state of being, so we don't end up in resistance all the time. So right now, just take a deep breath, and I just want you to place your hand on your heart, and just for a brief second, just take a truthful moment with yourself. And if you just close your eyes while I speak, then just listen for the answers. So I want you to pose this question for yourself. Am I taking really good care of myself? As in really good. Am I sleeping enough? Am I resting enough? Am I spending time in nature, spending time with people that are inspiring and that I love? Am I fulfilling my wishes and needs? Am I living out my visions or hopes or desires? So am I really backing myself up? And if not, then just sit with that for a moment. Just breathe. And then the next question, why not? Why am I not taking good enough care of myself? And just breathe through that also. And if you have closed your eyes, then just open them again. So for now, just stay with those two questions for the next couple of weeks. And maybe you are curious, so we will see each other at the workshop, the Creating Flow workshop, and maybe not. And it isn't that important to make a decision whether to dive into that or not right now. It's just important to be curious and open to those two questions. Am I taking good enough care of myself? And if not, why? What is driving me or depriving me of my life right now? Because at the end, you're the one who calls the shots every day. If you want to, and if you dare to. I hope that we will somehow meet each other out there someday. And in the meantime, you can look much more into the Creating Flow part in the workshop, where I will walk you through the 4 phases of flow. See you there.